for Australia. Ponting's played very well again. When Ricky Ponting is in good form, he looks very, very good, and that's how he's looked today. So 5 overs remaining, 124 is the target for Australia. So 28 runs required in 5 overs. So this morning we had, for the Australian side, Gilchrist and Blewett playing so well, and now the Southern Australia has had Ponting. So going into each game, if Australia gets another person into form, they can make the final. They're going to be pretty tough to beat. So Ponting on strike. And Kanitka doing the bowling for India.
David, we found Kanitka from the tour of India. Sometimes the ball comes out of his hand different. It just comes out of his hand different all the time. Whether he means it or not, we're not sure. One ball seemed to come out and it would turn. One ball would come out exactly the same, but then not turn. And it's we were wondering whether it was he had a very good arm ball or he wasn't quite sure what he was doing. It just comes out of his hand a little bit different to a traditional off-spin bowler. So some of the batters find that hard to adjust when it's actually coming out.
One of the most enjoyable parts of that tour, Shane, apart from watching Sachin Tendulkar bat, as I think from, in your case, having to bowl against him or field against him, was the little battle between Ian Healy and Nyan Mongia. I thought Mongia's keeping was exceptional, as was Ian Healy's. Probably Mongia over the series, the 3 tests, just shaded Ian Healy. At times we saw both wicketkeepers having to keep with their helmets on, and it's a pretty thankless task, but I thought Mongia's keeping was exceptional.
I think especially to Anil Kumble, who bowls so fast. And here we see just Kanika's grip and his fingers. It just comes out different to a regulation off-spinner. But what you're saying, David, is right. It was very interesting to see their battle, and I think Anil Kumble bowls so fast that Mongia was exceptional behind the stumps.
And he's had a big swing at that. And I think Ricky Ponting said to Gilchrist, you got to hurry, you got to throw your bat at everything.
Here we see the replay. Adam Gilchrist trying to hit that across the line over mid-wicket and just losing the bat. And Nyan Mongia might have needed that helmet again to watch the bat flying out. It's actually a missed stumping too, David.
I think it turned as well. That's what saved Gilchrist and messed up Mongia just after we were praising him as well. So the end of another Indian over. And there's the bat going towards square leg for Gilchrist. 99 for 4. Well, Australia's 2 experienced players out to the crease, and have a look at this. Very humid conditions, and you wouldn't want to be fielding Sunil Gavaskar at bat pad.
Or even at square leg for that matter. Nothing stuck over there. Even the balls bounce out of Nyan Mongia's gloves. It's a very good shot, that.
So the game continues to bring something new, and on this occasion the batsman flinging the bat some 20 metres or so towards square leg. So the clouds still hovering around here in Kuala Lumpur. Traditional thunderstorm time at around about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's 10 minutes to 4 now, and Jadeja just helping to set the field for Agarkar. And through him again. So Ponting nodding to himself that I should be playing straight. He's such a correct player, Ricky Ponting, so strong correctly that there's no need for him to start playing little fancy shots.
Yes, this is the wicket that India needs at this stage. Crucial wicket that of Ponting for India. India need to get him out if they are in with a chance to win this game.
Two very good runners between wickets as well, these two Australians. The Indian captain just in the bottom of your screen. Jadeja also one of the best runners between wickets in this type of cricket. Just two men inside the circle. Both those men just behind the square leg and point area. So a comfortable single. That is the shortest boundary out there. And Joshi doing the fielding for India as the Australian captain looks up at the sky. The clouds in the background there quite dark over the pavilion here at the Amin ground. I think the way they're playing, Sonny, they are a little bit worried about the weather.
Yes, I think the concentration's probably just going a little bit as well as far as punting is concerned. It's hard to get yourself G'd up when things are going your way. The Australians have had much the better of the match here. And of course the weather is a factor. What Agarkar has done as he's come into the Indian team has gone from strength to strength. Bowls a good line and length, doesn't try too many things, and he really has improved in the last couple of months, Ajit Agarkar. After 11 overs, Australia 103 for 4.
So Ponting just admonishing himself to some extent that he didn't get a boundary off the last couple of deliveries, but that is more credit to the bowler, as Sunil was talking about. Since coming into that Indian side, has learnt very quickly, and the ball just bouncing over his head, and good running by Gilchrist to get the second run. Four overs remaining for Australia, and the target is 124. So 21 the target. 3 overs remaining, I beg your pardon. So 18 deliveries to take that total from 103 to 124. And if India could just sneak out one of these two wickets, especially that of Ponting, they would give themselves every chance. Ponting, a lovely striker of the ball. We've seen him hit a couple of big sixes today already in the first game against Pakistan, and last year in the Super 8s, as it was called then, he really did set the games alight. Taking over the captaincy from Steve Waugh, who is doing some work in India at the moment. And a couple more runs. So 2 comfortable 2s to begin the over.
That'll have taken the pressure off to a great extent from the Australians. Always good to get a few runs on the board in the first couple of deliveries of the over. You feel a lot more confident. Don't feel pressured.
And that's what he plays very well. Sweep shots or shots through square leg and mid-wicket, and a 6 to really hurt India. No man out there apart from Jadeja inside the circle, so he's quite able to whip it over the square leg.
He's played that shot well today, even against Pakistan. He really used that little pull sweep shot to great effect.